Picture this. You just got paid. You moved a few $100 into your savings account like a responsible adult. And you felt that sudden surge of pride. You check your bank app, see that total balance growing bit by bit, and tell yourself you're finally taking control of your future. But then, you look at the interest payment at the end of the month. It's 47 cents. You stare at the screen, feeling like you missed a memo somewhere. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Look, if you've ever felt like you're following all the traditional rules but somehow standing completely still, you aren't crazy. You're just playing a game where the rules changed without telling you. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how keeping your cash in a standard savings account is quietly draining your future wealth, and the exact system to fix it today. My name is Jack, and I spend way too much time thinking about where your hard-earned money actually goes. If you're someone who works hard every single month, but still feels like you're falling behind financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it helps you out. Here's the thing. Traditional bank savings accounts are designed to keep you safe from sudden market crashes, but they completely expose you to the slow, silent burn of inflation. Every single day your money sits in a standard account, earning a fraction of 1%. Its actual buying power is shrinking. You think you're storing wealth in a vault. In reality, you're leaving ice cubes out on the kitchen counter in July. This is where it gets really interesting, when you actually look at the numbers behind this. Let's say you have $10,000 sitting in a traditional big bank savings account, earning an average interest rate of 0.01%. After 10 full years of disciplined saving, your $10,000 will have grown to a staggering $10,010. You made $10 in a decade. But during that exact same 10-year stretch, assuming a normal average inflation rate of around 3%, the actual buying power of your original cash drops to roughly $7,400. Now compare that to putting that same $10,000 into a high-yield account or a broad market index fund, earning an average return of 7%. In 10 years, without adding a single extra dime, your $10,000 grows to nearly $19,700. Same person, same savings, but a difference of over $9,000 in lost value just because of where the money lived. Here's what most people don't realize about why we do this. Our brains are hardwired to prioritize immediate safety over long-term growth. Seeing a stable, fixed number in your checking or savings app gives you a psychological comfort blanket because it doesn't fluctuate day to day. When the stock market goes up and down, it triggers our survival instincts, making us feel like we're losing control. So we choose the visible safety of a bank account, completely unaware that we are accepting a guaranteed loss of purchasing power just to avoid short-term uncertainty. We choose slow financial decay because it feels comfortable right now. To break out of this trap, you need to execute a simple framework I call the 3-bucket wealth pipeline. It completely replaces the old way of saving with an automated system that protects your cash while letting your money actually work for you. Step 1 is building your security moat. This is your immediate cash reserve. But it strictly lives inside a high-yield savings account, earning competitive interest rather than a standard branch bank. You keep 3 to 6 months of absolute essential living expenses here, so that an unexpected car repair or medical bill never forces you to go into debt. Step 2 is establishing your growth engine. Once your moat is built, every extra dollar you save immediately gets routed into low-cost index funds or broad market ETFs through a tax-advantaged account like a Roth IRA or a 401k. This is where your money stops sitting around and starts earning real compound interest that beats inflation over time. Step 3 is setting up the automatic conductor. You configure direct deposits on payday so your cash automatically splits into your moat and your growth engine before you ever have the chance to spend it. Think of your money like a sports team where you are the head coach. Right now, by leaving all your cash in a standard savings account, you're forcing every single player on your roster to sit on the bench for the entire game. Sure, nobody gets injured on the bench, but you are guaranteed to lose the match. Moving your cash into the 3-bucket wealth pipeline is simply taking your best players off the bench and putting them on the field so they can actually score points for your team. Now, you might be thinking, but Jack, what if the stock market crashes right after I start investing my savings? That is a completely fair fear, and it keeps millions of people stuck on the sidelines for their entire lives. But here's what most people don't realize about market drops. As long as you aren't investing money you need for rent next month, market pullbacks are simply opportunities to buy quality assets at a discount. Historically, every single major market downturn has eventually been followed by a recovery and new high points. Meaning, time in the market almost always beats trying to time the market. To pull all of this together into something you can take action on today, remember the simple steps of the system. First, establish your security moat in a high-yield account to hold 3 to 6 months of expenses. Second, build your growth engine by automating monthly contributions into low-cost index funds. Third, set up your automatic conductor so your wealth builds on autopilot without relying on daily willpower. At the end of the day, financial freedom isn't about working harder for every single dollar until you're 65 years old. It's about building a system where your dollars start working harder for you than you ever could for them. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. But taking that first small step to move your money out of stagnant accounts is how you stop falling behind and start building real momentum. And I'm curious about something. What is the biggest thing holding you back from moving your extra savings out of a traditional bank account right now? Let me know in the comments below.